There, it's now recording.
Seniors refuse. It's horrible. Okay, it's absolutely horrible. Don't you guys think so?
Yes, sir.
What this studio needs is new actors. What do you guys think?
We agree, sir.
No. Maybe it's not the actors. Maybe it's the directors.
You're absolutely right, sir.
What's the matter with you two? You think I paid you just to agree with everything I say?
Yes, sir. Isn't that why you call us yes men, sir?
You're darn right it is, but from now on, I want you to be honest with me.
Yes, sir.
Now you know as well as I do that what this studio really needs is new writers. Send in the next pair that have a script to pitch.
Yes, sir.
Present to Miss Dickens and Miss Sarah Shakespeare.
Dickens, eh? You wouldn't be related to Charles Dickens, would you?
Actually, he was my great-great-uncle, twice removed.
I'm sure sure you can't be related to Shakespeare.
No, sir, but he was my...
Your great-great-uncle twice removed?
No, but he was my gym teacher.
Right. So tell me about your movie.
Okay, here's the pitch.
It's like a Dracula movie.
Only without Dracula.
Right. A Dracula movie without an actual Dracula.
So what does it have?
Well, it has other vampires.
No, we cut the vampires.
We cut the vampires?
It has a mummy.
Right, a mummy. But not like a mummy. Can you give me a teddy bear kind of mummy? A wrapped in cloth kind of mummy?
Toilet paper, actually. A mummy, the Wolfman, and Frankenstein's monster. The trifecta of horror.
It's a musical.
All singing, all dancing,
Except for the fact that there's no actual songs or dances.
and no music.
It's sort of a non-musical musical horror film.
But it's not actually scary. It's more of a comedy.
So is it funny?
Not really.
I want to get this straight. The script that you want me to produce is of a non-scary horror comedy or of a musical with no music that's not funny.
Exactly. I couldn't have put it better myself.
I like it. I can hear the critics now. I laughed, I cried, I bled profusely from the neck.
Remember, no vampires.
If there's a Wolfman, I laughed, I cried, I was torn limb from limb.
And Frankenstein's monster. I laughed, I cried, I ran screaming into the night.
I can smell the Oscars already.
What do they smell like exactly? I've always wondered.
Thank you very much for this opportunity, Mr. Dillon. We're very excited.
Yeah, that's great, ladies. You can go on home now. I'll take it from here. Miss Layton, give me Olive on Strongman. We're going to make a movie. What do you boys think? Doesn't it sound like a great idea?
No, sir.
No, sir. No, sir. Are you out of your minds? You're yes men. You can't say no, sir.
But you told us to be honest, sir.
I know I told you to be honest, but you didn't think I was being honest, did you?
No, sir.
They said it again.
What we'd like to say, sir, is yes, we think it's a great idea for a movie.
No, you don't. You just said you didn't. What are you taking me for, an idiot?
No, sir.
Stop saying that. Hello, Olive on Strongman. David O'Dimwin here, the film producer. You know, last down in 10, Freaker of Death. Well, trust me, I'm a film producer, and I want you to direct my next blockbuster. I need you to find me a hero. Well, he's an archaeologist, but he's also an adventurer. Sometimes you see him in the classroom teaching, and sometimes he's out in the field fighting bad guys and chasing down rebels. He carries a whip and he hates snakes. His name is North Dakota Smith.
Welcome everyone, welcome. I'm Otto von Strongman, the famous German director, but my friends call me Tiny.
What have you directed?
What have you acted in?
Sorry I passed.
Now, in this movie, the movie is to be, how you say in English, but horror. Yes, to be scary, to be spooky. The scary, spooky movie, so you actors must be scary. Make me to be afraid. Now, in this scene, the famous North Dakota Smith is being chased by the big scary mummy. So make me to be afraid.
Okay, here are your sides.
Sides? What are these for?
They're your lines and cues. Have you had any contact with the film industry before?
Oh, yeah, I was just kidding.
Imagine not knowing what sides are. I've been reading from sides since I was knee-high with a grasshopper.
Fabulous. It's nice to know I'm on such illustrious company. I'll be playing for the money. So number 370, step to the middle, please. Number 370.
370, that's you. I'm not 370, I'm Oled. Oh, sorry, that must be me.
I place the first on you, North Dakota Smith, the undead shall hunt you down and haunt you forever.
I can't do this.
I like him. He is very natural. Like a real hero, no?
No, actually he isn't. Number 370,
1971.
I placed a curse on you, North Dakota Smith, the ended shall hunt you down and haunt you forever.
Might I ask me something, Mr. Von Strongman? What do you see as my motivation?
What is your motivation? Your motivation is to get the big parts in the movie. That is your motivation. Now get on with the auditions.
To get a big part in the movie. What a brilliant director. I've never had anybody communicate a part to me so quickly. You have no power over me, monster, for I am protected by magic, older even than the mummy's curse.
Not bad, not bad. But it needs to be bigger. More emotion, yes?
No, it doesn't. Number 372.
I ain't too good with numbers, but I reckon that must be me.
I placed a curse on you, North Dakota Smith, the ended shall hunt you down and haunt you forever.
There ain't nothing you can do to me, Mr. Monster. I reckon I got a powerful, strong piece of magic working after me.
I hate these method actors. Everything is internalized. Next!
373. I placed a curse on you, North Dakota Smith, the ended shall hunt you down and haunt you forever.
You have no power over me, monster, for I am protected by magic older than even the mummy's curse.
Give us a moment about the disciple people make the next star of the movie.
Man, I hope I get it. I hope I get it. How many people do they need?
Look at all the people! At all the people!
I really need this job.
Right. Number 373. Follow me to the business office. The rest, thank you very much.
You mean you're not going to use us?
Oh, they're going to use you.
We're just not going to pay you.
You mean I have to be in a movie?
Pack your bags, everybody. We leave for Vanceville training in the morning. Hello, Hollywood and radio listeners across America. This is Ingrid to the tiny European country of Vanceville training. This is Head Developer Talking Turkey from the set of the new David O. Dimwit thriller. In a stroke of creative genius, Mr. Dimwit has chosen to title his thriller Thriller. The entire movie will be filmed here in Vanceville training, where monsters, vampires, and wolfmen are more than just legends. Now, I don't want to say that this is a low-budget film, but the entire cast and crew traveled from Hollywood to Vanceville training in a Cadillac, and, well, let's just say that the Cadillac had good accommodations. Stay tuned for all the updates and gossip from the set. And now, back to our Hollywood studios. For the love of Louis B. Mayer, why do I always have to cover the lunatics? Just once, couldn't they give me Cary Grant? Jimmy Stewart? I need coffee. Is there a drop of coffee in this country? Welcome, everyone. Welcome to our beautiful country of Pennsylvania.
Gosh, I bathed 16 times in the last 12 hours and I still smell like those cows.
Yeah, kind of nice, isn't it? Reminds me of my cousin. Or was he my brother?
I'm Ivana Cruz, Director of the Fancy Training and Authority for Tourism. We call it VOT for short.
You are who?
That's right.
And you're in charge of what?
Exactly.
Exactly what?
That's right. What's right? That's what I keep telling you.
You keep telling us what?
Thanks. Look, whoever you are, can you possibly get me some coffee? Yes, I can get you whatever you require. Do you like decaf? No, I don't like decaf. I've been in the bottom of the kettle boat for 74 days. Do you think I like decaf? Well, I'm sorry, but all we have here at Fancy Training is decaf. We're a very health-conscious country. We do have hot chocolate, though.
Excellent. I love hot chocolate.
This had better be a quick shoot. With this sort of budget, it shouldn't take more than 2 hours.
I better
I
not
need a
watch it.
manicure, pedicure, and parrying my trailer. We don't have trailers, Miss Donahue. I don't care if we don't have trailers. I want parrying mine.
Was that who I think it was?
That depends. Who do you think it was? Clark Gable?
No.
Then it might be who you think it was.
I think it's the glamorous, talented, famous movie star, Lacey Donahue.
Well, you're wrong then.
You mean it isn't Lacey Donahue?
Oh, it's Lacey Donahue. She's just not famous, talented, or glamorous.
Hey, be careful what you say. I'm the head of the advanced training and branch of the Lacey Donahue fan club.
I'll bet that's the only branch of Lacey Donahue's fan club.
I've been working at one of Lacey Donahue's fan base here at the advanced training.
I thought you said you spent all your time trying to direct the tourism in Batesville Training.
Well, I do that too.
So is the director of tourism a hard job?
I don't know. We never had any tourists before.
Master, it says here Hollywood director under Daniel Training. Maybe we can get a job in the movie?
How many times do I have to tell you not to call me master in public? You want to draw attention to yourself?
Sorry, Master.
What kind of job did you get in the movie?
We always want to work as secret.
Yeah, but you know what a secret does.
No, we'll be good at dripping.
I see what you mean.
Okay, you two stop it. The monster here has a point.
Call me the monster in public. Call it in. Draw attention.
Right. Theodore has a point. The Mediterranean economy is rotten.
It's let the impaler out personnel in the job.
Also, Vandal Training and Duke have been in decline since launch of the Euro.
Right, so if we're ever going to raise enough money to build him a bride, we're going to have to take any job we can get.
I've always been concerned for the special assistant to March Cable.
We also make good Foley artists. How about Master? He's sorry we didn't got them.
Well, creating life is fun as a hobby, but I've always wanted to work in the payroll.
Golly, it's Frankenstein.
Me, not Frankenstein. Me, monster. Me, mean Theodore.
I'm Dr. Frankenstein.
I thought Dr. Frankenstein was a man. Yeah, I was a man in the movie.
Well, naturally, since you're from Hollywood, we believe anything in movies.
But wasn't it a man in the book?
And on the radio show. And in the cartoon.
And in the film strip?
And on the cereal box.
Right. In the books, radio shows, cartoons, and film strips, they don't get everything right, you know.
What about the cereal box?
Oh, I guess you can depend on the historical accuracy of the cereal box, but not this time.
Say, any of you folks interested in working on a movie? Lady, it's as if you read our minds. That's exactly what we were thinking. Trust me, lady, I've been on hundreds of location shoots, and that's exactly what the locals are always thinking.
He's thinking assistant director make tasty advertising. How the locals always think?
Say, that's so nice to hear that you out there. Hey, Norma, you got the extras list?
Yeah, I got it. We need 200 angry villagers, a mad scientist assistant, a monster, and a baseball team.
A baseball team?
Oh, sorry. That's for 3 strikes and you're dead.
Me love that movie. We always secretly want to be Babe Ruth.
Well, I can't make you the babe, but how would you like to play the role of Frankenstein's monster in our movie?
Me tired of being typecast. Do you prefer to work as key grip?
No thanks, buddies. That's a union job, and you know how the role between the local is.
Do I ever?
If you play the role of the monster, we'll give you 20 ducats a day and all the electricity you can use.
What about Perrier in my trailer?
Don't push your luck, pal.
Okay, we do it.
What about me? I could be the mad scientist assistant. I do have some experience in that name.
He does have his own home.
Great. Come with me, gentlemen.
What about me? Don't you need somebody to play the role of the great Dr. Frankenstein?
Oh, we have a real actor for that. His name is James Huntington. Perhaps you've heard of him? He played Dead Soldier number 4008 in Gone with the Wind.
Well, perhaps you have heard of me. I'm Dr. Francine Frankenstein, creator of life and inventor of the Happy Meal.
But you're a woman.
What are you saying, a woman can't invent the Happy Meal?
No, it's just that everyone knows that Dr. Frankenstein's the man. Just look
If
at
you
the-
say cereal box, I shall sick my monster on you.
Look, Doctor, if you just come with us, I'm sure we can find you a part of the movie.
She sure looks like an angry villager to me.
Why have I never heard of these movies before?
Well, none of them was actually ever finished.
Why not?
Oh, you know, the usual problems that they have on movie sets. Vampires, monsters, wolfmen.
Wolfman?
Shh! That's what anybody told you.
So are many of these previous film crews made it out of Advanced Training alive?
Well, usually they run screaming into the night, so it's kind of hard to tell. So, what do you think of our graveyard? It should be perfect to shoot your midnight scenes.
Yes, but we shall need to have the light of the full moon. The full moon is critical for these scenes, so I insist on having a full moon.
I'm not sure you really want to be in our graveyard during the full moon.
This is nonsense! When is next full moon?
2 nights from now, Anna. I already checked it out in this book I bought from the Advanced Training Music Garden.
What book is that?
The calendar of nights you should absolutely, positively stay out of the Advanced Training graveyard.
Good news, Mr. Dimwit. We found locals with all the extras.
We even found the perfect person to play the role of Frankenstein's monster.
Aw, that must be Theodore.
How did you know?
Just a lucky guess.
And we found a fabulous person to play the mad scientist assistant.
That must be Igor.
How did you guess?
Just a hunch.
Precisely! That's why we cast him.
Excellent work, ladies. All we need to do now is find the mummy's tomb and we can begin filming.
Actually, that's not a problem, Mr. Dimwit. We have a mummy's tomb right here in the graveyard.
How is this possible? Mummy, do you have a tomb in Transylvania? How is this possible? Mummies are from Egypt.
Actually, my mummy lived in Dusseldorf.
This is a real mummy's tomb you're talking about? Hieroglyphs and tourists and everything?
Well, yes, except for the tourists. You see, several years ago, our count, a certain Dracula, was searching for the perfect bedding through this Egyptian mail order catalog.
It's true, Egyptian cotton makes the best sheets.
Well, actually, Dracula's needs are slightly more different than that. You see, he ordered a lovely sarcophagus to sleep in.
That's a pretty place to spend the night.
And he didn't want to spend the night there. He sleeps during the day. But anyway, he was really mad when it came in because it was already occupied with a mummy of an ancient Egyptian king. So he donated it to the Transylvanian graveyard and bought a coffin from a Nebraska company instead.
This is perfect. We take the old mummy out, put the actor mummy in, and shoot the movie. Please, show us to the tomb.
It's right over there, gentlemen.
I'm sure glad I'm not playing the part of the mummy.
You and me both.
Tell me, ladies, do you work with Miss Lacey Donahue?
You bet we do.
Can you please tell me what she's like?
Well, let's just say I don't think she'll have any trouble working with the vampires.
Why is that?
Because she has ice water in her veins.
I can't believe I had vampires in my room again last night. I'm so sorry, Miss Donahue. Have you tried garlic? Of course I've tried garlic. Don't you think I would have tried garlic? My whole room smells like a Caesar salad.
Well, you've never heard of a Caesar being attacked by a vampire, now have you?
I'm so sorry, Miss Donahue. I'll put some more mirrors in your room right away.
Well, of course it would be nice to see myself from more angles, but I really got always think about those vampires.
And bring me some hot chocolate when you come back. Don't sniff me on the marshmallows this time.
I've never seen a human being consume hot chocolate like that, man.
I know. I heard my mom and Lou had to import a wagon of marshmallows for the donuts.
People, this is the critical scene, yeah? Lunch break is over, time to back to work. Now listen, I am wanting to give the real scream this time. It must be a scream of terror. I want it to be loud. You understand?
I
Excellent.
think you should know, although there was no Perry in my trailer again today.
You have a trailer? Do you have any hot chocolate?
I wonder if the vampires could drink my period. Do they drink cold water?
She should know.
Okay, we're ready.
Okay, places everybody. Remember, be with the emotions.
Thriller, scene 6, take 47.
My entire archaeologist career, I've waited for this very moment. I'm glad I have you by my side, Blondie.
Did you have Perrier in your trailer cleaner, Dakota?
We know each other pretty well now, Blondie. You can call me by my initials, Indy. Now, if my map is correct, we're only steps away from the tomb of the ancient ruler, King Remelema Ding Dong. He was the ancient ruler of Egypt, the offspring of Isis, and the inventor of the refrigerator magnet.
Gosh, Indy, I sure am scared.
Don't worry, Blondie. Just because the king was buried alive by his enemies, and just because his beautiful princess Didi was murdered, and just because he vowed to return 3,000 years later to be reunited with the reincarnation, and just because he looked exactly like her, doesn't mean you should be scared.
No, I'm scared I might catch a heel on the floor of this ancient tomb.
Here it is. I can barely read the ancient hieroglyphics.
What do they say?
Archaeologists of the future. Within this tomb lies the mummy of King Remelema Ding Dong and all his treasures. Please forward all proceeds from museum exhibits, postcards, and t-shirt sales to the following Swiss bank account.
Treasures, let's see what's in there.
No, we mustn't open the sarcophagus, not until we perform the ancient ceremony to what?
Until we prevent the ancient ceremony to prevent the resurrection of his mummy.
Until we prevent the ancient ceremony to prevent
The resurrection.
the resurrection. Until we prevent the resurrection of the mummy.
Too late.
Now, the scream! The scream! Cut, cut, cut! That is no scream. I want to use a scream of terror. Imagine if... What would make her afraid? I want you to imagine that Perrier would go out of business. That is the horror we must feel.
Listen, Elo, I'm not going back in there. That mummy's giving me the creeps.
Yeah, sorry about that. Infiltrating Preservation Society says we can't take the old mummy out.
Plus, I can't breathe in there. One more take and I'll be resurrecting.
Fine, fine, fine. He felt stock rules the mummy was out of the box. Now, continue. And Lacey? The screen, please.
But we can't run into the lunch hour because I'm my manager at 12:30. Sorry.
Scene 6B, take 48.
Princess Didi, you are beautiful as ever, and I come to reclaim you as my wife.
What is wrong? What is wrong? This is not in the script.
Otto? I'm afraid he's dead.
That is perfect! Please tell me that the sound was still rolling.
Absolutely, Otto. We got the whole thing.
That is perfect. Now, time for lunch. Somebody bring me some hot chocolates.
Otto, what do we do about the actor you smothered to death by making him spend all that time, 48 takes, in the freaking... recording it?
47, Maggie. You're sort of pleasant with it outside.
What does it matter? She's dead.
This is too traumatic for me. I need my manicure now.
We better get a medic in here. Medic!
That would be me.
I thought you were the coffee girl.
My title is production assistant. I also happen to be a medic.
Do you have any actual medical training?
No, not really. If he were alive, I couldn't do much for him.
Well, I guess it's like he's dead then. Come on, help me get him off the set.
Just a moment. That is valuable evidence here in Skirvy, and I order you to cease.
Who are you?
Chief Inspector Idiot of the Pennsylvania Police Force.
You're an idiot?
Yes, I come from a long line of idiots. My father was an idiot, my grandfather was an idiot, and my great uncle was one of the great idiots of history.
What do you do?
He was Donald Trump's hairstylist. Now, you will please allow me to proceed with my work.
What exactly are you looking for?
Clues, you fool. I'm trying to find out how this man was murdered.
Murdered?
He wasn't murdered. It was an accident. He suffocated.
If you want to blame someone, blame the Basil Training Preservation Society.
Nonsense. I am the police inspector here, and I shall decide whether or not this man here has or has not been murdered. Aha! After careful inspection, I found that this man has been tied up in strips of cloth. Definitely a sign of foul play.
Yeah, he's supposed to be a mummy.
A man can't be a mommy. What do you take me for, an idiot?
But you are an idiot. You said so yourself.
Not that kind of idiot, the idiot kind of idiot.
He really is an idiot. Look, the reason he's wrapped in strips of cloth is because he was playing the role of the ancient king of Long Kingdom. He's a film actor.
Nonsense, you four. Take this man away. Lucky for him, he has Chief Inspector Idiot on the case.
I'm sure he's going to be thrilled.
Stop the presses, Hollywood. There's murder on the set of the new David O. Dewitt film, and this is Hedda Goblet talking turkey from the crime-ridged streets of Pennsylvania. Excuse me, sir. Are you the police inspector?
I am Chief Inspector Idiot of the Pennsylvania Police Force, and I am in charge of the investigation of this murder.
So you believe there has, in fact, been a murder?
Yes, there's a man that is quite dead, and after looking at the fibers here, I found that the man was tied up and locked in this box. I have never seen such a clear case in all my time on the force.
And how long have you been on the force?
2 weeks next Tuesday.
But today is Tuesday.
Yes.
So really just 1 week.
If you choose to express it that way.
And how many murders have you seen in that time?
You're missing the point, madam. I am Chief Inspector Idiot of the Pennsylvania Police Force, and there in fact has been a murder, and I will not rest until this crime is solved.
Well, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Stern words from Inspector Idiot.
Chief Inspector Idiot.
Yes, yes, stern words from the Chief Inspector Idiot as the murderer turns to the deadly country of Pennsylvania.
It's not a desert country, I tell you. We have many beautiful lakes and fords.
How can you have fords? This is a landlocked country.
Well, we do have many beautiful lakes. A Wiener Schnitzel is 2 for 1 every Wednesday night.
Who are you?
That's right.
You are who?
Yes, I'm Bona Hu, Director of the Vancil Training Authority for Tourism.
Well, Miss Who, what about Pennsylvania's reputation for monsters, vampires, and wolfmen?
Well, first of all, we refer to them as wolf people. And instead of monsters, we refer to them as differently created.
And for vampires?
Well, we do have a little problem with vampires. But on alternate Thursdays, we offer free admission into the Sheep Museum.
Well, there it is, America. The cover-up begins. This is Hedda Goblet talking turkey from Pennsylvania, where even a famous movie star can be murdered in cold blood.
But he wasn't famous.
He will be now.
Wait, don't you want to tell your listeners about our annual goat festival?
This is a disaster, I tell you, a disaster. How can I film a mummy movie with no mummy?
I don't see what the big deal is. We're making a musical with no music and a comedy that's not even funny. It's not a problem, Mr. Dimmock. We'll just do a rewrite. Yeah, it's not like the script could get much worse. You're not.
A rewrite? A rewrite. I don't have time for a rewrite. I've already booked the theater for the premiere. I've already bribed the critics to come and see this thing. I've already bought a truckload of tons for when I read the reviews.
Look, when are you going to start filming the next series?
5 minutes.
5 minutes? We can't do a rewrite in 5 minutes. Oh, hush. You couldn't do a rewrite in 5 years. I'll do it. Hey, that script is as much mine as it is yours. Why? Because you wrote 4 lines in it and I wrote all the rest? I wrote more than 4 lines. You did not. Did too. You did not. Did too.
Okay, I'll just leave you to it then. And I expect the script in 4 minutes and 18 seconds.
So now what do we do? Look, he needs to film the next scene without money, right? Right. So we do this, 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 and this. Voila! No money. And what about the scene after that? They don't film that until Tuesday. Let's wait and see who's alive then before we do too much work. 9!
9. Is it?
9, 8. What's he talking about?
I mean, 9. Not 9. It is 8.
Huh?
We've made
because we don't have a money. So please, learn your new parts.
We don't like the sound of this.
Now, we just want to meet on new extras, so please, you introduce yourself to everyone.
Well, hi everybody, I'm Billy Bob Walton. I'm sure glad to be here.
And your part?
Oh, right. We played part of a wolf man.
My name's Jack Quincy, citizen of the world, and I'll be playing North Dakota Smith.
Me next.
Fine.
Me name, Theodore K. Monster. Typecast as usual. Me not too pleased with these rewrites.
My name is Igor, and I shall be playing the part of Igor.
My name is Dr. Francine Frankenstein. I hold the key to life itself, but in this play, I shall be playing the role of tree number 6.
Tree number 6? No. Tree number 8.
I am so confused.
So she was a tree. Who was Dr. Frankenstein?
Hi, James Worthington St. John Huntington III. I trained at the Royal Studio of Dramatic Arts and Mr. Bounty Khan School for Gifted Toddlers. And I shall be playing the role of the brilliant scientist and creator of life, Baron von Frankenstein.
And the role of Ego shall be played by Montana.
Funny enough with the chit-chat, back to making the movie up. Now, this is scene where Mummy is missing.
Yeah, missing. Yeah.
Not the movie at the Mummy, the real Mummy.
Who plays the real mummy?
Noah plays the Mummy. The Mummy is missing.
I'm confused.
I'll tell you what's missing. My Carrier is missing.
If this is a mummy movie, how come we ain't got no mummy?
Look, this is the scene where North Dakota Smith is chased by the Mummy. We have no Mummy. This is no problem. When we get back to home, we shall edit in the Mummy. Now, continue.
If we get home.
Right. Now, places, everybody.
Scene 6, take 48, action.
Dr. Frankenstein, over here. Right. Behind this tree. What's that? Tree number 6.
9! 8!
Is the plan in place for capturing the mummy?
Yes, I, master of all science, have created a perfect duplicate of the wooden princess of Blood. Once the mummy sees her under the light of the full moon, he'll be completely fooled and will be able to lead her back into his tomb.
You thought of that all by yourself?
On the contrary, Mr. Smith, he came and keep his own laboratory. I have to diabolical plan to capture the mummy.
Did not.
Did two.
Did not.
Did 2 times infinity.
Gentlemen, please. Now, where's this creature you made in the beautiful image of Doo-Wah Diddy?
Here.
Nice work.
I think the boots are getting away.
It is known fact that werewolves have very poor night vision.
I think I hear him coming.
Quickly, it must be the werewolf. Quick, hide behind these trees.
Which trees?
Trees number 6 and 8.
Yeah!
Well, hi there, honey. What are you doing out by yourself on a night like this?
You can look after yourself, thank you very much.
A pretty thing like you is pretty standing under a full moon.
You really think me pretty? What are you doing here?
We're trying to capture the mummy.
I'm sorry, I didn't know. I was just out for a little.
What's he saying?
Maybe play charade. How many syllables?
Don't you see what's happening to him, you idiots?
They are not the idiot, I am.
Is he having an allergic reaction?
Electric that
No, you fools, look at the moon.
It's very lovely.
You're very fond about dancing trees at night.
It's full.
Let's see. Today's the 18th. I guess it is full.
A full moon means he is turning into a werewolf. A werewolf?
I'm about to make spring! Now
name's Tom. I've made a lifelong study in advanced training in werewolf, and I assure you he is totally harmless.
Well, if you took off one of your limbs, well, I grant you it can be kind of painful to have one of your limbs work from your body. But you can't blame the werewolf. It's instinct, you know.
He's coming. The name's Tom. Just let me talk to him.
He's all ears.
As it just so happens, I understand werewolf. Now tell me, young lycanthrope, where did you get this supply? He says he caught the mummy in the forest.
Well, maybe we can trap him.
What did you do with him? That's werewolf for I tore his cloth off, but he got away.
Great. How are we going to recognize the mummy if he's all in wrath?
Maybe we can tell him by his Egyptian accent.
What's he saying now?
His body's gone rigid. That's werewolf for I'm cold.
But in 80 degrees, unusually warm or Mediterranean nights.
What's he saying now?
Well, I'm not completely sure about the body movements of the werewolf, but I'm pretty sure that this means I am dead.
That's not the line. Is that the line?
No! The werewolf is supposed to say "arr."
He's not saying it.
Maybe you didn't understand me because of my brilliant acting. I did not do that line as the great Dr. Frankenstein, but as myself, James Huntington. What I'm portraying to you people is that this man is dead.
Dead?
Not again! Cut! Get the medic in here!
Me not know about you guys, but me not waiting for Inspector Idiot to show up.
Chief Inspector Idiot.
I have to go pick up my dry cleaning.
I need to register my ego with pencil training and customs.
I'd be here to get my puck whacked.
So another murder on your set, Mr. Strongman. This looks most auspicious.
Don't you mean suspicious?
That too.
Make way, I need leaving everybody.
What do you mean, make way? Nobody's in your way.
She just likes to sound officious. Don't you mean official? That too.
Who are you in any event?
I am Marshal Von Welby, the new medic. After the mummy was murdered, Mr. Dimwit thought there should be someone on the set with medical training.
And what sort of medical training do you have?
I'm a veterinarian.
So what do you think, Doctor?
Well, we'll have to take him back to the clinic for a more careful examination. Then narrowed it down to two possibilities.
Yeah?
Either this man is a werewolf, or what? Or he is an actor in a werewolf mask. Either way, definitely us the police.
But is he alive?
Oh no, he's not alive. Look.
So what do you think it is?
Well, in my business, it's usually either running out in the street or choking on a bone.
And which do you think it is in this case?
Well, I'll have to take him back for a more careful examination. Help me carry this body back to the clinic so I can solve this mystery.
If there's any solving the mysteries to be done, it will be done by me.
Whatever you say, Inspector.
Chief Inspector.
You want scandal, you've got scandal. This is Head Gobbler with a special edition of Talking Turkey from Nancy Training. One murder on a movie set is a story, but two murders? That's unprecedented, folks. But it's happened here on the soon-to-be blockbuster thriller set by David O. Dimwit. Yes, folks, nothing sells like controversy, and what could be more controversial than actors dropping like flies, keeling over like keels? And here's the producer, David O. Dimwit now. Mr. Bill, do you have any reaction to recent events?
Well, we at Dimwit Productions are extremely saddened by recent events. But be rest assured, if there are any more murders, you'll be the first to know.
Do you expect more murders?
Well, no, I don't expect it. But when you're making a movie of this importance, its majesty, the scope and grandeur, there are risks.
So, Mr. Dimwit, will this epic masterpiece be completed on schedule?
We hope so, Heaven. We only have 2 more scenes to film, and it's back to Hollywood for the world premiere.
Well, America, you heard it here first. David O. Dimwit's epic masterpiece will be completed on time, despite a string of tragic murders.
Epic masterpiece, magnificent picture. I thought you said this is the lowest budget film you've ever done.
It's not about the budget, ladies. It's about marketing. Nothing adds a little luster to a movie like a little mystery and a treat on the set.
It almost sounds like you're glad these actors got murdered.
Well, of course I'm not glad. But we corporate executives would never be so callous as to revel in other people's misfortune. We just take advantage of it, that's all.
Well, here in the area, right, sir. We had to make some changes since Wolfman died.
I thought you cut this scene. You're running out of actors, remember?
Oh, we figured out a way to make it work.
So who plays Angus the Egyptologist?
This guy.
And who plays the waiter?
You do.
Me, half man, half scientific experiment.
That's not supposed to be the line. Just go with it. We're still rolling.
Well, Angus, may I call you Angus?
So long as you don't call me late for dinner.
Well, Angus, is it true that you're the foremost expert on mummies?
Yes, we study mummies since a child living with mummies.
You live with the mummy?
Of course, you don't live with your mummy?
Well, you see, I have this tiny little problem. Apparently, I look like the ancient Princess Duwadiddy.
Princess Duwadiddy, very beautiful.
Why, thank you.
Not look much like you.
Right. Well, anyway, I wanted to know what should I do if I were to see him. I want to know what I should do if I were to see the mummy.
Time to run away screaming?
As a matter of fact, anyway, the mummy seems to think that I look like this ancient princess, and he wants to take me back to the grave with him.
That problem.
Yes, and not only that, but the werewolf cut off all his wrappings.
That problem too.
Yes, it is dear. I know it's a problem.
At least you don't have vampires in your room.
As a matter of fact, I do. At least 2 or 3 a night. But right now, I want to know what I should do if I were to see the mummy.
Mummy think well, first problem solved easy. Mummy think you look like a princess, so you wear disguise.
You really don't expect me to wear these, do you? I have my reputation to protect.
Whatever.
Wearing those would improve her reputation.
We're so early.
So what should I do about the second problem?
You mean vampires?
That's the third problem. What should I do if the mummy comes after me?
It's time to run away screaming.
But how am I going to recognize him?
Good chances the mummy still have all the power.
What makes you say that?
Werewolves know how to close thumbs. Make it hard to unwrap mummy.
So you think I should look for someone who's not quite unwrapped?
That's what we think.
And what happens if he comes after me?
Good idea to run away screaming.
You're napping, madam.
Thank you. This certainly is a long napkin.
That no napkin. That mummy wrapping. Good time to run away screaming. Check, please.
Cut, very beautiful clothes. Very nice work. Take 5, everybody. And you see my seat, nobody got murdered.
Did someone say murder?
Sorry, Chief Inspector, but there's been no murder this time.
You see, Chief Inspector is not that hard to remember.
Well, I'm in charge. Nobody was murdered on my set.
I'm not so quick to believe you after what's been happening on your little film.
But I'm telling you, there hasn't been another murder.
You're sure?
Quite sure.
Aha, madam, you're wrong.
I just said nobody would be murdered on my set. I'm afraid Miss Tommy has been murdered. It was horrible. We found her in a trailer in a pool of Perrier. She has a trailer? Oh no, but she doesn't know that. And then the next moment, there was dramatic music like this.
Aha, dramatic music. There must be another murder.
Or I decided very suddenly to take a nap.
Nonsense. I've been on the police force for over a week now. If there's one thing I learned, it's that dramatic music equals murder. I think I'll get out of here while I'm still alive.
Fear not, everyone. I have arrived. Who sent for you? Nico Dewey called me. He said Lacey Donahue needs her pepper shot. Might be a little bit late for your pepper shot. What? She bite somebody? She didn't bite anybody. Oh, that's good. She died.
is not so good as last year's.
I meant the recent events that have shaken this nation to its core.
Oh, you mean when Rudolph's ghost got loose and ate all the flowers in town square? That really wasn't his fault. It was Ivana who didn't install the gate properly.
Ivana who?
That's right. Since we have no tourists around here, she also works for the fence authority.
What I'm trying to ask you is what you think of the murders on the movie film Advanced Training.
Murders? I don't know anything about that. I don't think the goats would kill anybody. They just like the taste of the flowers.
Well, there you have it, America. This peaceful country, where inhabitants just like the flowers, shattered by murder and a scandal as any back home in Hollywood. This is Hetty Goblin talking turkey.
Ah, Miss Gower, person I wanted to see.
Sorry, Mr. Dillon, we've already given me 17 exclusive interviews. I don't think I can handle one more.
Oh, but I don't want you to interview me. I want to give you a job.
A job? I have a job. I report on all the most famous and famous movie stars.
Like Humphrey Bogart?
No, not him.
Jim Stewart?
He's on hiatus, I think.
Claudette Colbert? Betty Davis? Vivian Lee? Effort Hepburn?
What is your point, Mr. Dimwit?
My point is that you're stuck here in advanced training. You're reporting on pathetic images of people like Lacey Donahue and Billy Bob Paul.
May they rest in peace.
Yeah, whatever. But I can change all that. I can take you out from behind the camera and make you a star. And how would you like to be in my movie?
Oh, Mr. Dimwit, why, whatever I want to make you turn me into a movie star.
Well, the fact that my leading lady is dead and there are a few other women in advanced training who speak English has something to do with it. But it was mostly a radiant beauty and stunning personality.
You won't regret this, Mr. Dimwit.
You'll be playing the role of Blondie. So, the cosmic twin of the Princess Dua Diddy.
Will I get married and everything?
Don't push her.
And who's going to play the role of the great King Ramon Dima?
Only the most handsome and charming man in all of Hollywood.
You mean Grant?
No, I mean me.
This is tragic. I can't believe this place is going to its passed on. And the thing, I just ordered 12 dozen steaming medals. Gross. That's what I said, 12 dozen.
So what will become of the Lacey Donahue fan club?
Well, I'll have to send notices to all of the members and find everyone's dues.
It sounds like a pain.
Well, Cindy's not the only member. She would trade that one.
Ivana, have you heard? It's a success. I've never seen anything like it.
What's a success?
That's right, boss. It's a success.
What?
Yeah, thought. The Vander Training Authority for Tourism. I thought you said Vander Training Academy of Tourists.
Not a single one in all the years that I've been tourist director.
Always so consistent. But Ivana, that's what we're trying to tell you. All the tourists are pouring in Mediterranean. Apparently they heard about the murders, and they're coming because they're curious. They're coming because they're morbid. But who cares? They're coming.
They are?
Master, we go to the play to get chocolate croissant like everyone for breakfast. We don't take croissant. Croissant's all gone. They call it tourists.
Yes, isn't it wonderful?
I don't know what croissant is.
Then what part of a dollar for the next full moon? And all the vampires are working overtime. What you need now? Yes, every person is facing has a motto. New York is the big apple. Paris is the city of lights. Los Angeles is the smog capital for the earthquake zone. How about Pennsylvania? Our vampires aren't all that bad.
Never better. Advanced training. Visit before you die.
That's close, but it's not quite right.
Me makes it sound good.
I've got it. Pennsylvania. Visit and you might die. Perfect.
What do you mean I have to direct? I'm an assignment assistant. I don't know anything about film directing. Scotland has had a murder spree. Norma Desmond has been put on bed rest by Marshal Von Welby, the veterinarian. And Maxine, the assistant director, has placed herself in Inspector Idiot's protective care. There's nobody left. But in the movie, how can I direct and be in the movie? If Lawrence Olivier and Orson Welles can do it, so can you. Okay, I guess I'll do it. Excellent. Mel Gibson did it. We're past that part of the conversation, Shakespeare. And Kevin Costner. I don't know. I don't want my career to end up like Kevin Costner's did. Look, don't listen to her. Think Hamlet. Think Citizen Your mummy. My mummy. Exactly. Here's the script. We'll see you in Quivira.
But where are you going? We're getting out of here while we're still alive.
Testing, testing. Is this thing working? Attention all actors. That is, attention all actors who are still alive. Please report to the set for the final scene. Thank you. Wow, this really worked. Where's Dr. Frankenstein?
Packing for mad scientist convention in Miami Beach. The tree doesn't have any lines in this scene anyways.
Props, we need to leave each other to stand in, please.
Sorry, I had a little trouble with the head.
But there is no head.
So you see the problem.
That looks just like it.
Okay, let's take our places, everybody. Now this is where Lieutenant Smith reveals his desperate plan to recapture Romulova Ding Dong. Do we need a little clappy?
No, just say action. Let's get on with it.
Right. Action!
So, I guess you're wondering why I called you here tonight at midnight under the full moon.
But I thought the full moon was last night.
Fine. I guess you're wondering why I called you out here under a waning moon.
We assume you need an expert on Egyptology. I assumed you needed a brilliant mind such as my own. A mind that recently destroyed and brought forth life, and also invented game.
Actually, I was just needing two people to hold this mannequin while I hide in the shadows.
This looks like ancient Princess Duwadidi.
That's the idea. You see, the mummy can see her in the moonlight, and then he comes after her and...
Place curse on us? No, thank you.
Well, do you have a better idea?
Put the doll in the box, we follow her, we close up. I was going to suggest a sophisticated mechanism that uses the power of lightning to rob the mummy of its strength. But his idea is good too. Also, clear night, no lightning.
Good point. Here, help me get this doll in the sarcophagus.
Won't we have trouble noticing her without the head? Mummy still has a head. Oh, I mean the doll. No worry, Belle dressed just like average ancient Egyptian princess on Saturday.
There, she's hidden in the sarcophagus.
No good, Mummy doesn't see her top shit. He is a clever chap. Let's get this back later. I think I hear him coming. Smell me? Hurry, hide. We're missing a tree. William T. Bearfair is mine the beach.
Oh, Ramalama, you're so droll. I just don't know where you come up with these stories.
Well, Blondie, my sweet, lying in a sarcophagus for 3,000 years gives you time to think.
And you're sure you don't just like me for my looks? After all, I do look just like your ancient Egyptian princess.
You should have listened to Angus McPherson, Egyptologist. You don't look anything like you already. You don't even walk sideways.
But North Dakota Smith said I was practically pretending.
You're going to trust an archaeology professor who's afraid of snakes?
Well, if you don't like me for my looks, why are you being so nice to me? I thought the only thing you thought about was Duwadidi.
Oh, I'm tired of chasing after Duwadidi. She's such a princess anyway. I'm ready to settle down with a nice modern girl like you, Blondie.
Why, Ramalama, was that a proposal?
Cut. Where's the dialogue coming from? I don't have it in my script.
You didn't get the final rewrites?
Sure I did. Shakespeare and Dickens gave them to me. Lieutenant Smith traps the mummy, Dr. Frankenstein reverses the curse, and Romulova Ding Dong goes back to sleep.
I didn't like that ending. I thought it'd be nice if Ramalama found a nice modern girl and settled down.
Settle down? How can there be a sequel if he settles down?
Look, who knows more about movie producing, you or me?
I'd say that question is much open to debate.
Yeah, at least with Igor in charge, we got Carrie A in our trailers.
Look, I'm the one who writes the paychecks, and I say the mummy settles down.
Sorry, sir. You said he settles down. I guess he settles down. Okay, let's pick up where we left off. And action!
So, Blondie, what do you say? A little home in the Hollywood Hills? You go to work, and I'll be a stay-at-home mummy.
Sounds divine. Oh, listen, Ramalama, the church bells are ringing. I was heard that every time a bell rings, a mummy gets unwrapped.
That's right, Blondie. That's right.
And cut! That's a wrap,
I sure am glad we made it through this film alive.
Me too. Me three.
3 more murders!
Well, at least the film was wrapped.
I am not a bit surprised that these innocent actors have been murdered, but I am not prepared to solve the crime. Assemble your cast and crew.
Most of the cast is dead.
And most of the crew left town. I found them.
You found what?
The missing bodies. They were in the refrigerator at the sheet museum.
Why is there a refrigerator at the sheet museum?
Carl, should we keep the sheet first?
Go get the bodies, for I shall require them for a later demonstration. And in the meantime, assemble anyone you can find, for I shall have an audience for this part.
Okay, everybody on set, please. Bring the bodies, please. Come on, let's go, let's go.
What is this something about? I was enjoying my hot chocolates. Did you know that Mediterranean health insurance will give you all the hot chocolates as you can drink?
I don't see why we all have to drag ourselves out here so that Inspector Idiot can pretend to be Sherlock Holmes.
Sherlock Holmes was English, I'm dental training.
And Sherlock Holmes wasn't an idiot.
Alright, now, is everyone here?
Everybody will be fine, dead or alive.
Alright then, I am now ready to solve the crime. I know who done it.
I did not. I'm not responsible.
Responsible for what?
No, I am responsible for God. I'm just not the killer. Who is the killer? No, I'm not.
You're not what?
No, I am but.
You're an idiot.
No, I'm an idiot.
Well, at least there's something we can all do.
Okay,
My friends, it's our esteemed inspector.
Chief Inspector.
Sorry, my apologies. Since our esteemed chief inspector cannot enlighten you to the happenings of recent events, perhaps I can. As you know, we came to Bouncer Training with a tiny budget and little hope that anyone back in America would come to see the movie we plan to make. We leave again the center of an international media blitz and take with us the most highly anticipated movie of the year. Why? Because our actors kept dropping dead. It was, in fact, the most effective and cheapest publicity campaign my office has ever done.
But the inspector said that they were dead.
Of course they're not dead. I wouldn't murder my own actors. I'm an executive in the entertainment industry. What other group has such a high moral code?
But if they're not dead, then what?
Observe. In addition to being a famous movie producer, I am also an expert hypnotist. And if I wished, I would only have to clap my hands, and you would all fall into a deep trance. A trance so deep you could safely be stored in a refrigerator for up to 4 days and still remain fresh. And if I clap my hands again, they would all believe they were children. Or someone that could do such a thing. Up here! So, friends, I invite you to join me on a private airplane back to Hollywood for the world premiere of Thriller.
It's a star-studded night here in Hollywood, ladies and gentlemen, as we are at the premiere of the new film by David O. Dimwit, Thriller. And here's the producer now. Mr. Dimwit, tell us, America's waiting to hear why you hypnotize all those people in Vincent Training.
Well, since I was a young boy, I lived by one motto. Publicity. Always publicity.
And tell us, Mr. Dimwit, millions around the world want to know, what's your publicity stunt for?
Those millions of people just have to go see my movie if they want the answer to that question.
I'm sure they will, David. I'm sure they will. And now, ladies and gentlemen, here at Grumman's Chinese Theater in Hollywood, we present the cast and crew of the movie Thriller.
Let's give it up for the cast of Thriller.